Are you ready to witness the moment Pi Network finally flips the switch? Have you been waiting for the day when Pi turns from a dream into the future of digital money? What if I told you that one groundbreaking announcement could ignite your Pi coins, turning Pi Network into the backbone of a trillion-dollar digital economy? Pi Network is entering a phase of acceleration unlike anything previously recorded in its history. This is not simply a technical upgrade or a community milestone. It is a profound shift in momentum, vision, and global relevance. I want to know what you think. Do you believe Pi Network to transformation that is reshaping the future of decentralized finance? Which strengths do you believe give Pi Network the edge, and what hurdles must it conquer to succeed? Should Pi's top focus be rolling out energy, or do you see other breakthroughs that deserve priority? Today, I'm going to reveal the secret behind Pi's unique approach that has crypto experts talking. Moreover, I'll share exclusive insights about what this means for your Pi coins, and how this could be the very breakthrough we've all been waiting for. So, looking ahead, how crucial do you think decentralized finance capabilities are for your trust in Pi Network over the long term? Let's greet and welcome my incredible pioneers from around the world. Whether you're watching from Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, United States, India, Philippines, Canada, Kenya, or anywhere else on this beautiful planet, I'm absolutely thrilled to share this incredible news with you today. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest Pi Network updates. And don't forget to drop a comment saying, Pi Network to the moon, along with your country and flag. Let's fill the comments with pioneer pride and show the world how powerful and united our global community really is. Let me start with the big question everyone's asking. What exactly is this historic acceleration phase that Pi Network just announced? Here's what makes this different from everything we've seen before. Pi Network isn't just talking about technical updates or small improvements anymore. They're describing a complete transformation that's happening from within their ecosystem. Think about it this way. Imagine you've been building a house for years, laying the foundation, putting up the walls, installing the plumbing. Now suddenly, everything starts coming together at once. The lights turn on, the water flows, and people can actually live in the house. That's what's happening with Pi Network right now. This acceleration isn't being pushed by outside investors or market hype. Instead, it's being driven by something much more powerful: the collective energy of millions of users like you and me who have believed in Pi's vision from the beginning. What's fascinating is that Pi Network has been quietly building their infrastructure for years. While other crypto projects were chasing quick wins and fast money, Pi was focused on creating something sustainable. Mobile-first mining, user-friendly interfaces, and most importantly, a community that actually cares about the project's success. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is something most people don't realize. Pi Network's real secret weapon isn't their technology, it's their community. And I'm not just talking about numbers here, although having tens of millions of users across the globe is pretty impressive. What makes Pi Network special is how their community actually participates. These aren't passive coin holders waiting for prices to go up. These are active builders, developers, and advocates who are creating real value within the ecosystem. Let me share something that really opened my eyes. While most crypto communities argue about price predictions and market movements, Pi Network's community is discussing real-world applications. They're building digital marketplaces, creating identity verification systems, and developing solutions that people can actually use in their daily lives. This is huge because it shows Pi Network is moving beyond the speculation game. They're creating actual utility, actual value that people can touch and experience. And here's what most people miss. This community-driven approach is exactly what gives Pi Network its strength. When a project is built by its users for its users, it becomes much more resilient and sustainable than projects driven by corporate interests or speculative trading. Now let's talk about something that gets me really excited: Pi Network's integration with Web3 technology and real-world applications. PI Network isn't just another cryptocurrency trying to compete with Bitcoin or Ethereum. They're building something completely different. A platform where everyday people can access decentralized finance without needing to be tech experts. Their infrastructure already supports smart contracts, decentralized applications, and peer-to-peer services. But here's the key difference. Everything is designed with regular users in mind, not just crypto enthusiasts. Imagine being able to make payments, verify your identity, or access financial services without going through traditional banks or paying high fees. That's the vision Pi Network is turning into reality. What's even more impressive is their enclosed mainnet approach. While it might seem slow to some people, this careful testing environment ensures that when Pi Network does go fully live, everything will actually work. No failed transactions, no lost funds, no technical disasters that we've seen with so many other crypto projects. The PiCoin token itself is designed around participation and contribution, not speculation. You earn PiCoins by engaging with the community, building trust, and actually contributing value. This creates a completely different economic model compared to traditional cryptocurrencies. Let's talk about what this acceleration phase actually means for the future, because this is where things get really interesting. First, we're seeing increased developer activity. More people are building applications on Pi Network's platform, which means more real-world uses for PiCoins. This isn't just speculation anymore, it's actual utility creation. Second, Pi Network is expanding its presence in global financial markets. While they've been working quietly in the background, they're now positioning themselves as leaders in responsible crypto innovation. This matters because it attracts institutional attention and regulatory approval. Third, and this is probably the most important point, Pi Network is strengthening its community governance. This means users have more say in how the network develops and evolves. It's true decentralization, not just the technical kind, but the human kind. What does all this mean for you as a Pi Network user? It means your PiCoins aren't just sitting in digital wallets hoping for value. They're becoming part of a growing ecosystem where they can actually be used for payments, governance, and accessing services. The transition toward open mainnet is approaching, and when that happens, PiCoins will play a central role in decentralized commerce. This could be the moment when Pi Network moves from experimental project to real-world financial system. But before I tell you what I think happens next, let me know what you think. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. We've heard exciting news about Pi Network before. What makes this time different? Here's why this acceleration phase is genuinely different from anything we've seen before. First, Pi Network has reached a level of maturity in their technology and community that they didn't have in previous years. The foundation is solid, the infrastructure is tested, and the user base is engaged and growing. Second, the broader crypto market is now ready for projects like Pi Network. People are tired of speculation and volatility. They want cryptocurrency that actually serves a purpose and improves their lives. Third, Pi Network's emphasis on staying grounded, staying kind, and staying aligned creates a different kind of crypto project. These aren't just nice words, they're operational principles that guide every decision the network makes. This approach ensures that Pi Network's growth doesn't compromise its integrity. While other projects chase quick gains and lose their way, Pi Network maintains its focus on building something lasting and meaningful. The timing is perfect, the technology is ready, the community is engaged, and most importantly, the world is ready for the kind of inclusive, accessible cryptocurrency that Pi Network represents. As we look toward the future, Pi Network represents something unique in the crypto space. It's not just another digital currency trying to make early investors rich. It's a movement toward a more inclusive and accessible financial system. This historic acceleration phase is just the beginning. As Pi Network continues to grow and evolve, we're going to see more real-world applications, more community involvement, and more opportunities for regular people to participate in the digital economy. For those of you who have been part of this journey from the early days, this acceleration phase validates your patience and belief in the project. For newcomers, this represents an opportunity to join something special before it reaches its full potential. The future of Pi Network looks brighter than ever. With a strong community, solid technology, and a clear vision for inclusive finance, Pi Network is positioned to become a major player in the next generation of cryptocurrency. Remember, in a world where digital systems often feel disconnected from human needs, Pi Network offers a different path. It's a platform where every user matters, every action contributes, and every step forward is rooted in shared vision and collective purpose. Imagine if the Pi core team started buying Pi coins from the market using their own money. What would happen? The price would go up because there's more demand and less supply available. This isn't just wishful thinking. Major companies like Apple and Google do this with their stocks all the time. In the crypto world, projects like Binance have used buybacks to increase the value of their tokens dramatically. When Binance started buying back and burning BNB tokens, the price went from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars over time. For Pi Network, a buyback program would send a powerful message to the world. It would show that the team believes so strongly in Pi's future that they're willing to invest their own resources to support the price. This kind of confidence attracts big investors and creates positive momentum. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. The community is also calling for something called fee burning. Every time someone makes a transaction on Pi Network, they pay a small fee. Instead of keeping these fees, the team would burn them, meaning they would destroy these Pi coins forever. Think about it this way. If Pi Network processes millions of transactions, and each transaction burns a small amount of Pi coins, the total supply keeps getting smaller. It's like having that bucket I mentioned earlier, but now the hole at the bottom is getting bigger while less water flows in from the top. Ethereum did something similar with their EIP 1559 update, and it helped stabilize their network while creating deflationary pressure. For Pi Network, this could be the key to long-term value growth. Here's something that might surprise you. The community is suggesting that Pi Network should either end the current mining system or completely change how it works. I know this sounds scary if you're currently mining Pi, but hear me out. Right now, millions of people mine Pi every day just by clicking a button. While this helped Pi grow rapidly, it also means new coins are constantly being created. The new proposal suggests moving to utility-based mining instead. What does this mean? Only people who actually contribute real value to the Pi ecosystem would earn new coins. This could include developers building apps, merchants accepting Pi payments, or community leaders organizing events. This way, new Pi coins would only be created when someone adds real value to the network. This approach would solve two problems at once. First, it would dramatically reduce the number of new Pi coins being created. Second, it would encourage people to build useful things on Pi Network instead of just passively collecting coins. The community is also pushing for better control of Pi coin circulation. Right now, there are concerns that too many Pi coins could flood the market at once when the main network fully launches. This could crash the price and hurt everyone who's been patiently holding their coins. The proposed solution includes locking up excess supply and even burning inactive balances. This means if someone has Pi coins but never uses them or engages with the network, those coins could be removed from circulation entirely. This might sound harsh, but it protects active community members like you. It ensures that your Pi coins maintain their value by preventing the market from being flooded with coins from inactive users. Let me tell you why these reforms could be absolutely game-changing for Pi holders. First, reducing supply while increasing utility creates the perfect recipe for price growth. It's basic economics. Less supply plus more demand equals higher prices. Second, these changes would make Pi Network attractive to institutional investors. Big investment firms don't just look at technology, they look at economic models. A project that actively manages its token supply and demonstrates fiscal responsibility is much more appealing to serious investors. Third, utility-based mining would create a stronger, more engaged community. Instead of passive participants, Pi Network would have active builders creating real value. This leads to more use cases, better applications, and ultimately more demand for PiCoins. Other crypto projects have already proven these strategies work. Binance Coin went from being just an exchange token to one of the top cryptocurrencies in the world, partly due to their systematic burning program. Ethereum's fee burning has helped stabilize their network during high demand periods. Even traditional companies use these strategies. When Apple buys back its own shares, it signals confidence and often leads to price increases. Pi Network could apply these same proven principles to create value for its community. The Pi core team is known for being careful and methodical. They won't rush into these changes without proper planning. The community suggestions include starting with pilot programs, conducting thorough testing, and maintaining transparency throughout the process. This careful approach is actually a good thing. It shows that any changes will be well thought out and designed to benefit the entire ecosystem, not just create short-term price pumps. If Pi Network successfully implements these reforms, it could set a new standard for how crypto projects manage their economics. With millions of users worldwide, Pi has the scale to prove that community-driven economic reforms can work. This could inspire other projects to adopt similar strategies, leading to a more mature and sustainable crypto industry overall. Pi Network could literally become the blueprint for how future crypto projects should manage their token economics. As a Pi holder and community member, you have a voice in this transformation. The core team has always emphasized community involvement, and these reform discussions show that your opinions matter. Stay engaged with the community, participate in discussions, and continue building the Pi ecosystem. Whether you're a developer, merchant, or just an enthusiastic supporter, your contribution helps strengthen the case for these positive changes. These reforms aren't just about making Pi coins more valuable, they're about building a sustainable digital economy that can last for decades. Pi Network started with the vision of making cryptocurrency accessible to everyone. These economic reforms ensure that accessibility doesn't come at the cost of value or sustainability. By implementing smart economic policies now, Pi Network is positioning itself to become more than just another crypto project. It's building the foundation for a true digital economy where millions of people can participate and benefit. The crypto industry is evolving rapidly, and projects that adapt to market demands while staying true to their core values are the ones that succeed long-term. Pi Network's willingness to consider these community-driven reforms shows that it's serious about long-term success. Whether these specific reforms get implemented or inspire other solutions, the important thing is that Pi Network is actively addressing the challenges that could limit its growth. This proactive approach is exactly what sets successful projects apart from those that fade away. Pi Network has successfully migrated over 1.3 billion PiCoins to their open mainnet. Now, you might be thinking, what does this actually mean for me? Here's why this is huge. Unlike other crypto projects that just drop tokens from thin air, Pi Network built this migration on years of real user activity. Every single coin that moved to mainnet was earned through actual mining, security contributions, and community engagement. This isn't speculation, this is earned value. But the migration process itself tells an incredible story. The Pi core team didn't just flip a switch and move coins. They created a careful system using Know Your Customer protocols, built non-custodial wallets, and made sure every pioneer had complete control over their coins. This level of security and user protection is rarely seen in the crypto world. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Pi Network isn't just moving coins, they're building an entire financial ecosystem. The Horizon upgrade that launched in May 2025 changed everything. Suddenly, Pi holders could do things that seemed impossible before. Think about this. You can now lend your Pi coins and earn interest. You can borrow against your Pi holdings. You can participate in liquidity pools and yield farming. All of this is happening inside the Pi ecosystem, using smart contracts that are transparent and secure. Over 100 decentralized applications are now running on Pi's blockchain. These aren't just simple apps. We're talking about full financial tools, social platforms, and business applications. The Pi App Studio is giving developers everything they need to build the future of Web3. Remember when people said Pi would never get on real exchanges? Well, those days are officially over. PiCoin is now trading on more than 20 cryptocurrency exchanges, including major players like OKX, Bitget, and MEXC. The trading volume numbers are incredible. Pi is now ranking among the top 120 cryptocurrencies by volume. That's not just impressive, that's proof that real traders and investors are taking Pi seriously. Here's what's really exciting about the current price action. While Pi is trading around 45 cents on external exchanges, the internal Pi economy is showing us something amazing. Real businesses are accepting Pi for goods and services. People are building actual value with their Pi coins. The Pi core team has made something clear. They're not focused on short-term price speculation. They're building long-term utility. And that approach is starting to pay off in ways that matter. PI Network is doing something that no other crypto project has achieved at this scale. They're making Web3 accessible to regular people. The Pi browser isn't just another crypto wallet, it's a complete gateway to the decentralized internet. Millions of verified users can now access decentralized applications, manage their wallets, and participate in governance decisions. All from their mobile phones. No technical expertise required, no complicated setup processes. This mobile-first approach is revolutionary. While other crypto projects require expensive hardware and technical knowledge, Pi Network is putting the power of blockchain technology directly into people's hands. The Ecosystem Fund, worth $100 million, is supporting projects that enhance utility and drive real adoption. This isn't just about creating more apps, it's about solving real problems for real people. The Pi Network community is unlike anything we've ever seen in the cryptocurrency world. This isn't just a group of people holding coins and hoping for price increases. This is a global movement of pioneers who are actively building, creating, and innovating together. Pioneers around the world are not just holding coins passively, they're actively building the ecosystem from the ground up. Social media campaigns spread awareness and education. Community-created educational content helps newcomers understand Pi's value and potential. Peer-to-peer transactions demonstrate real utility and create genuine economic activity. But here's what makes this community truly special and different from other crypto projects. They're focused on utility and real-world value, not just speculation and quick profits. Pioneers are constantly testing new applications, providing valuable feedback to developers, and helping newcomers understand how to use Pi effectively. The community engagement creates organic growth that money simply cannot buy. When people genuinely believe in a project and see its real value, they naturally share it with friends, family, and colleagues. This word-of-mouth marketing is more powerful than any advertising campaign. The decentralized governance mechanisms being developed will give users real voting power on important proposals and ecosystem decisions. This isn't just community involvement for show, this is genuine community ownership of the project's future direction. Different regions are developing their own Pi economies and use cases. In some countries, Pi is being used for remittances and cross-border payments. In others, it's becoming a tool for small business transactions and local commerce. Educational institutions are using Pi to reward learning and achievement. The diversity of the Pi community is incredible. Teachers, students, business owners, developers, artists, and people from every profession and background are finding ways to use Pi in their daily lives. This broad adoption creates stability and resilience that purely speculative projects lack. While many crypto projects spend years talking about theoretical real-world use cases and making promises about future adoption, Pi Network is already delivering concrete results that you can see and use today. Strategic partnerships with fintech companies, logistics providers, and local businesses are creating genuine utility for PiCoins right now. These aren't just announcement partnerships for publicity. These are working relationships that enable real Pi transactions for real goods and services. Initiatives like PiFest are actively encouraging merchants worldwide to accept Pi payments for their products and services. But this isn't just about getting businesses to accept Pi. It's about creating a complete ecosystem where Pi has genuine purchasing power and practical value. Educational campaigns are helping users understand how to use their Pi for real transactions beyond just holding and trading. People are learning to pay for services, buy products, tip content creators, and support causes they care about, all using PiCoins. The success stories are inspiring and growing every day. Small business owners report increased sales when they start accepting Pi. Content creators earn meaningful income through Pi-based platforms. Students fund their education through Pi-earning activities. Entrepreneurs launch new ventures using Pi as their primary currency. Pi Network's approach to real-world adoption is methodical and sustainable. Instead of trying to force adoption through artificial incentives or temporary promotions, they're building genuine utility that creates lasting value for everyone involved. The integration with existing payment systems and business infrastructure makes it easy for merchants to start accepting Pi without disrupting their current operations. This practical approach removes barriers and accelerates adoption across different industries and regions. Pi Network is proving that cryptocurrency can be more than just speculation. With 1.3 billion coins migrated, a growing DeFi ecosystem, and a vibrant global community, they're building something that prioritizes inclusion, utility, and innovation. The journey is far from over, but the direction is clear. Pi Network is creating a decentralized economy where digital assets empower individuals and communities across the globe. This isn't just another crypto project. This is a movement toward a future where everyone can participate in the digital economy. And here's something fun. If you're interested in this video and you believe in Pi Network's potential, write Pi Network to Moon in the comments along with your country name and flag. Let's see how global our Pi community really is. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all the latest Pi Network developments. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next in this incredible journey. The Pi Network migration isn't just moving coins. It's moving us toward a future where everyone can participate in the digital economy. Whether you're already a pioneer or just learning about Pi, this is your chance to be part of something truly revolutionary.